Hello everyone! Welcome to the Stanley Parable ULTRA DELUXE. This is really okay, we're going to start off with, this is my first time actually playing this, but I have kind of watched some playthroughs of it before, and it's been a while. Written by David Warren? Oh, choose, alright, yeah, we definitely want subtitles. Have I played it before? No, I have not actually played it. I should have waited till now to start talking. Good enough. Ooh, it is 8:25 in the morning. Oh, shoot. I didn't know you were going to... Accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. Okay. I'm going to bring up my phone here so I can... Oh, hey, my chat's working this time. Good. I can actually read chat on the screen. We might play along with what the chat says to do, but I got the basics down for this game, what it's going to be. The end is never the end, is never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Yes, I hear there's a parable about it.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
427.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor at his desk, telling him what buttons to push.
Well, it seems easy enough.
Push them, and in what order.
Press the space
This
bar.
is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Maybe he was made exactly for this job.
Was happy.
Well, hey, it's what they say. If you enjoy what you do, you never worked a day in your life.
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
No.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Having a slow day.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
What Stanley didn't know was it was a holiday.
The company had this happened. This complete
He forgot it was one of those Mondays where it was closed.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
So was the door unlocked? Or did Stanley... well, I want to see what happens when we stay in here. Was the door unlocked? Did Stanley break his way in? Hate Mondays. I mean, that's all I'm saying. It could be a Monday. Why did I even put my time in? You didn't even get close to the right time. It's like 8:30.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
And my door shut on
Stanley
itself.
decided to
I'm more
go to
concerned
the
about
meeting.
that.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't know. A memo. Can I call for help?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
There's nothing outside. 4:30.
Please, are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click
Is there an
all
achievement?
5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No.
No?
I can't just give these merits away for such little effort.
Okay.
A measly 5 clicks.
Well, okay, how many? I didn't even know it was a thing.
Or 20 times. I would say that's the...
Okay, alright, we're going to do it. Have we hit 20 yet?
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
Okay.
Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes.
Yeah, well,
most certainly.
fine. I'm going to try and get back into my room. Yes, we're doing this. I want that achievement now. I didn't know it was a thing. You're the one that brought up the achievement. I was just pushing buttons. Well, oh, surely we've hit that 50 times. Maybe I need to go back. Maybe I need to do it on a different door. Quality content. No. Okay, it didn't work on that door.
Achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true
Okay,
reward
all right.
for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley.
Okay, all right.
I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost.
All right.
Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
There's no 417. There's no 417. Is this just a trap to get me to move on? 420. Okay. Aha!
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437. All right. Now he's messing with me.
Excellent. I think we're...
Okay, are we getting somewhere?
Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Back this way. 415. Yeah, you're trying to get me to move on. You're going to close the door behind me.
Now, back to door number 437.
Back we go. I want this achievement.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
The copy machine.
All right, back to room 417. I'm
417.
really
All right,
feeling
okay.
it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Are we? Good. I'm glad.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
I feel like he's got higher. 419. Okay. He's on the other side. Oh. How do I do it? How do I do it? I want to climb on his desk. Can I jump? I can crouch. You did not give me a jump button that I know of. Is this all for nothing? Can I not actually get up there? Keyboard. Controls. Jump is space. No, you can't jump. Seriously, we disabled it. Get your first achievement. So I can't actually get anything for this. Oh man. Well, I did get something. I'm gonna go click on doors again. Okay. I guess we can't.
Yes!
Oh, how'd I do it?
You're putting it all on the line,
Oh,
Stanley.
good. I'm glad I didn't give up.
All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416. All right, we're going back to 16.
We've almost got
Okay,
it.
all right.
Now the copy machine, do that one again.
Go back here. All the way back to the beginning. Okay, that's what we're doing. Copy machine.
Finish it off, Stanley.
What do we want?
5 clicks on door 430.
Okay, 430. Off to 430. Oh, well, wait. Did I go? I went the wrong way.
Yes!
We did it. Click on door 430. All right.
Wow, that felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back.
That's
I'm
right.
very proud of how far we've come today.
I got
Just
2
think,
achievements
only
during
a few
this.
minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now? What were you thinking?
I'm not sure. I was just pressing buttons. You're the one that brought up this whole side quest. Now we can't go anywhere.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, do I go left or right? Okay, we'll go left.
Yet there was
Tips for not getting
person
fired.
here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let it all ball up inside you. Take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers. Resent the coworkers for not supporting you more. Using slides to assure employees everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic header. All right. This will ensure a calm and productive work environment. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Oh, you need a certain amount of charts, certain amount of slides, and then charts with slides. Oh, there you go. Rate which chart at the same rate of increase per second. Please, no more charts. I'm begging, stop. Oh man, boss appreciation. Circle 20 things you love most about your boss. No. Sorry. Why did we hire you? Remember, it takes 2 people to start a fight. Right now, you are both of them. Hope. Yeah, hope is my future. Lunch. Lunch is the most important part of the day. Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing work all the time with no explanation of promotion or recognition. Boy, this hits a little too close for home. Ooh, a broom closet. Can I...
Stanley stepped into the broom closet,
Yes.
but there was nothing here, so he turned around.
Oh, there's always something in a broom closet. I don't believe you. I don't trust you.
There was nothing here.
Are you
No
sure?
choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet.
I don't
No
know.
reason
That's
to
a
still be here.
that bucket could use a cleaning out. What do we have? No, we got some duct tape. You can fix anything with
It
that.
was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
Wrenches.
He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Hey, watch your language on my channel.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yeah.
Standing around doing nothing?
I'm trying to figure out what is this.
Please
It's
offer
not
me
a
some
wrench.
explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I'm trying to figure out, is that clippers? Is that what those are? I think so.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out.
I want to know, is that a roll?
To me, because literally, this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Well, there's definitely some interesting stuff in here. Is that supposed to be a roll of wire or string?
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path.
Yes,
Maybe
it is.
when you go talk about
I like
it with your friends,
tools.
you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending?
Is there an ending?
The broom closet ending was my favourite."
Oh,
I
yeah.
hope
Can we
your
get that?
friends find this concerning.
No. I think they'd enjoy it too. Was there a
Stanley
was there a
was
panel here?
and really,
That-
really stupid. He probably
Oh.
only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
Hey, that's generally the
Oh,
best way to
drug
get
man.
one.
Also, Stanley is
Ooh.
addicted to drugs and hookers.
Man, that means I got money. Why would I leave my office
Well, I've come to a very different
I don't want to lose this job if it's paying for that.
You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here. When a physical
I'm dead.
malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system, and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby.
Oh, I'm starting to wither away.
Anyone who happens to be nearby, the person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
No, I don't want to. We have player 2 here. No, there's no player 2. It's just me. Come on, there's got to be a broom closet ending. I don't want to leave just yet. Why does everything sound like a computer keyboard? Or is that because I'm pressing a keyboard? That's gotta be it. It's because I'm slapping a keyboard. This is all a simulation. I'm playing a video game. I never really left my office. Okay.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board.
Yep.
I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Ooh, look, a broom closet.
You too? Unbelievable. At the mercy of an entire species. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
I have a feeling that's going to be it. I don't think he wants any more. He's going to close it on me, isn't he?
Coming to a staircase.
No!
Stanley
I
walked
want...
upstairs.
Yeah, give me my broom closet. I didn't even hear what you said. I was more upset I lost my... Do I go up or down? Up or down? I'm going to guess the boss's room is upstairs and leaving is downstairs? No one else is here, so why should I be? Let's go down. Ooh, red light, dungeon. Maybe not the way I want to go.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his
Okay, boss was upstairs.
admitting he had left his post during work hours. He
Yeah, that's right.
paid for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
Yeah, that's right.
And then something occurred to Stanley.
Never admit to being
Maybe,
crazy.
he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of
No.
my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
I'm telling you, it's a
Doesn't make
holiday.
Any logical sense.
You
And a
came in, or you came in on a
psychologist who began to
Sunday.
make other
It's
strange
closed.
observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
That's a good
Why did
question.
doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Even better
And for
question.
that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found
I'm in a
the room.
simulation.
I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief.
Oh,
Stanley felt
that's
to
where we
finally
were
found
already.
An answer, an explanation. His
He's right.
co-workers
The
weren't
rooms are
actually
starting to
gone.
circle.
He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I
Yeah.
may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh,
Then
Okay.
he imagined himself soaring through space
Whee!
on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun.
Well, I guess I am
Stanley
dreaming.
marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head
Yeah, where...
dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts.
The math ain't mathing.
And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream.
No.
How could it be? Was Stanley
Is it not a
simply
dream?
deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
I mean, that's the easiest way to
Stanley
not
is
take
as right
responsibility.
as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
Yeah.
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the
I need to
magical
sit
stars
down.
just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that?
This is too much.
This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Oh, someone spilled their coffee. They did just disappear.
And he invited
There was a
himself
guy
to
standing
witness
right here, and he dropped his coffee when it
the
puffed
cool
puffed
weight of the
off.
blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife.
Well,
and my
which is
job.
it? Are we doing hookers
All I
and
want
blow,
is
or are
my
we
life
having a
exactly the
wife?
way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Nope. We're right back to the original.
Please, someone wake me
We're
up.
right
My
back
name
to
is
the original
Stanley.
plan.
I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
And we died.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Okay.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. Then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
And that was the Stanley Parable. He died. Oh, no? I told you it was a simulation. Someone pushed the reset button. Narrator?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, alright. We already got the achievement. No co-workers. Input. Awaiting input. Input received. Okay, is there any other computers with anything? Oh, nope. Alright. Maybe every time we restart, we have to push the button on that. Did I miss it the first time? I don't remember saying awaiting input, though. Are there any other computers we need to mess with? Oh. Shut you off. Did I need to mess with mine? I thought I clicked on it. Okay. Alright. Through we go.
When Stanley came to
Yeah.
a set of two
You want me to go
doors,
left.
he entered the door on his left.
I'm not going left this time. Last
This was
time,
not the
you...
correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
You know, I want to see that broom closet again. I feel like I missed something in there.
Yes,
Okay.
truly a room worth admiring.
Yeah?
It had really been worth the
pretty nice.
detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yeah. I have me a soda. Have a seat. Actually, it's a pretty nice break room.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
Yeah.
A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Yeah. Nice
Really worth it.
leaves, the ocean, somewhere I could be if I wasn't stuck in an office.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy
Ooh.
and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Oh, am I the reason that everybody left their coffee, their paperwork out? I feel like everyone just vanished.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue.
Yeah.
But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Feel like you have more to say. Still couldn't get that time right, could we? All the important information. Coffee. Give me a thing of coffee. I don't even drink coffee. Yes, I work night shift. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink energy drink. That's I run on Pepsi and water, and that's about all I do. He wants to close this off so bad. All right, I think we've messed around enough. Or have we? Come on now. Give me another dialogue. I think he's serious. Okay. It's hard to tell.
He'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Ooh, I can go straight? That's an eerie looking corridor. No, we're going to go... There's windows in this room. That just feels bad. There's daylight out here. Yeah. Do not lie. If you were lying right now, stop. No, I can only crouch. I can't lie. Can't lie down. We got blueprints.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I know. I'm bad at it. Oh, look down there. All the files? No. Boxes of some sort. What exactly do we do at this company again? All I do is push buttons all day. Surely we're filling orders for something. Do not jump from cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty of misuse, $1,000. Alright, so $5,000. Do not jump, lift while it's in motion. So if it's not in motion, I won't die, right? That's what I'm going to take that sign as.
Eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and not to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Hey, at least I chose my way out this time. Last time you had me killed. Voice in my head driving me crazy.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
All right, I want to see my broom closet again. It's coming up. I think it was right after the office.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
No.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay. All right. My broom closet. Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes, yes.
No, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
I have nothing but time today. Well, I do have to work tonight, but we've got quite a few hours before that point, so I have nothing but time today. Some cable on the floor. Gosh, how long can I keep this room interesting? Got a pressure washer handle, it looks like. Some duct tape. Alright, okay. I guess we'll leave. I have nothing interesting to say this time. He's going to lock it. Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs.
All right, let's go see this boss. Boss fight time. Dum-bum-bum. Boy, I love his style. This I can get behind. The wood. I don't know about the white ceiling though. I feel like it needs to be red. I'd just match the wallpaper all the way up, or do some fancy, like you got all this down here. I feel like it needs some fancy work up there, or a painting. Have some like cathedral style painting on the top. Yeah, get Michelangelo in here. What's this? Oh, executive bathroom. Let's see. Oh yeah, we got the blue wallpaper. Cause boss knows that the boss. Sorry, I'm very dyslexic. I've actually been doing pretty good so far. Because the boss knows that what the boss. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss suffered losses, then that's what the bosses chose. That's what the boss chose. Extreme bathrooms. Extreme bathrooms. Yes. We don't just have bathrooms. We have extreme bathrooms. I wish I could zoom in or pick it up. I want to know what it said. And just Time magazine with the clock on it. That's great. What do we got for viewing? Street? What is going on there? Is that? I can't tell what that is. Is that a horse? I can't tell what that's supposed to be in that picture. I guess it's a road, like an off ramp going up. Broken mirror, lotion. No, hand soap lotion. What am I thinking? We got another roadway. All right. The styling is very nice, though. I can appreciate the boss's taste. We got a phone book, the beige pages instead of the yellow pages. Not the yellow pages. Is that what that says? Business time. There's not a zoom button, right? I just want to check. No, I wish there was just a slight zoom in. The game is now paused. I can't call out. That would be nice. If I had a number I could call. What the? Hello, Panda. The business strategy. Okay. All right. I think the darkness is a little too low. I can't read what that says. The something. I am the most expensive boss? Is that what it says? I am the most expensive boss? I mean, I guess that's a motivational.
Manager's office, Stanley was once
Boy, hardwood floors.
Not an indication of any human life.
Yeah.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief.
I like how the
this. What
piano
dark
makes a
secret
clicking
was
noise.
being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Will you write it down somewhere?
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Nope. Couldn't have known it. I'm going to look on the books on the shelf. You know, because if it was me, I wouldn't have a keypad. I'd have a cool bookshelf. You know, one of these books would open the panel.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
That's right.
Trying to input anything on the device was useless.
Yeah.
Since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Well, no, I think I'm just going to sit here and he's got some drinks ready to go. Prize winners, it looks like.
2845.
All right. 5281. That's not even what I typed in.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in. And just opened all doors. And they got the hell along with the story. What a book did do.
Can I fiddle with the panel? No! Yes. What happens if I typed... It was 2845, right? Oh. Ah. I want to see what happens if I put the right one in. Okay, alright. I just want to see what happens. Put the right one in. Nothing, apparently. Well, we got the back rooms of the office. We go from something really nice, and then he's like, nah, we're going to cheap out here. At least he's got it insulated. Oh, do I want to go down the scary elevator? Is there anything over here? I guess so. Not giving me much choice, are you, narrator? Down we go.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
I did.
It was a stirring of emotion in his chest.
Yeah.
As though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Sometimes you're better off not knowing what you're doing. Can I go back up? Can I go back up? What happens if I go back up? Do you have anything to say?
Nope.
Nope. Never mind.
Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me.
I don't want to know.
Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Hey, don't give me the option to go back. I'll take it.
Here we are, Stanley. It's
Yeah.
your boss's office.
Nice.
Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator.
I don't know. I don't remember
It's
those
still
paintings
just
being up
exactly
there.
What it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Yeah, I'm glad. I don't think there's actually anything for me to do up here. I'm glad you're excited, because I'm excited. We can't go back in. Okay. We'll go down. Then we'll probably come back up again, just to mess with them.
Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
I don't know. It just keeps coming to me. You know what we're going to do, Mr. Oh.
This time, Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't
No, I'm too scared. That's too
he?
dark.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor?
No.
It's time once again to go back up in the elevator.
That's
I can't
right.
even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing
What if
me.
it's something else, though? What if this stops on a different floor and I just ain't found it yet? What about that, narrator? Oh, I guess it is just the boss's office. Well, we're going to go back in here and look around again. Oh!
Oh my god. It's the boss's office.
Oh, I got the dun-dun-dun!
It changes everything from
I know.
Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
You too, huh? Please. Oh, wow.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm ready.
all right, are you ready?
I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait.
No, wait.
No, I need more time to process.
Oh, good, I'm glad. So did I. Oh, this is great. I love this.
All
Okay.
right. I have fully come to terms with it.
Right?
I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
All right, good. Because here's the thing. I'm the new boss. This is my office now. You can't control me anymore, and I run the company. That's your plot twist. Okay, down we go.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator.
Uh-huh.
How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before.
Oh,
I
I'm
had no
sure.
frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A
I
breath
know.
of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Oh, so I'm still repetitive now, huh? You're the one who tried to get me to go through the same door for a second and third time. Well, I guess second time. We've only done this twice. Nope, he didn't even have anything to say. He knows.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the
Yeah?
anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of
That's
this
right.
elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill.
I've got a short-term
Simply
memory. I
about
keep
that
forgetting
feeling
what's up
there.
there.
It's so precious. so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice
Good,
and
good.
slow?
We're going to anticipate it, that's for sure.
There we go. Isn't this so much more
I wanted to push
exciting?
down. I wanted to just
Like
change
nowadays, the only
directions.
thing the audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible.
That's
They want
right.
Big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension?
Oh,
Where's
he's gonna
the
add
trust
some.
in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because
Sears and their Sparky, stop
You're the
that.
one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're
Yeah.
being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it.
That's
which
right.
is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition.
That's right.
You're a
We go
role
up, then we go
model,
down,
you
then
know.
we go up
People
again.
look up to you. Which is why, though I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you. So
Okay.
that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes,
Oh,
I
good.
know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley.
Oh, do they?
I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
I told you I went somewhere else, but you didn't believe me. Oh, come on. Oh, I just leave.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
But I wanted to see the boss's office. Live on stage, all eyes on Stanley. How we did it, the pyramids. Oh, world's healthiest human being. All tricks revealed. Alive, the guy who went to Mars. Gosh, it seems so excessive having that many posters of the same thing.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
Stanley Parable Stanley, live tonight. Oh yeah, I've got so much interesting to say. The storyteller. Well, I really wish this thing had a zoom. And now. World's first sentient machine. I mean, there is a pretty cool video of one of those. Well, it's kind of sad because it ended up dying, but it kept bringing itself oil and feeding itself to keep it alive. Doing great. Conversation with Alexander the Great.
All right.
To stage. Welcome,
I told them
Stanley.
you're going
Aw,
to speak a little bit
feel
about
so
the
welcome.
nature of surprise in
Almond,
storytelling.
chair, gum,
and what it
table,
means to
nut bar.
craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really
But I've never
proud
said
of
a
you,
single
Stanley.
thing. I'm mute. I can only click a
Looks like we're ready
keyboard.
for you.
I guess I could do Morse code with it. Dup, dup, dip, dup, dup. Indoors Monthly. National Geographic. Okay, that's actually a real thing. Oh, look, it's 427 again. Congratulations, Stanley. Remember where you came from. Your co-workers. Story. Stanley, me and Dad at age 6. Thanks for... See, this really needs a zoom. Show me a cool skateboard trick. Oh, I can skateboard? Cool. Break a leg. Well, if I can skateboard, I've probably broken a leg before. There's a good chance of that before. No one tells stories the way you do. Stanley, my true love for you. Oh, my true love for you grows every day. You make me feel alive. Your wife from something separate ice. I can't tell what that says with the lighting. It's kind of washed out. Oh, no. I want to go back to the boss's office. This is too much. This is too much. This is too much. I would goof this so bad, that many people. Gee whiz. Is this what it's like getting out on a stage like this? I never want to be in a... I never want to be on stage. that seems terrifying. Okay, here we go. Another day, another dollar.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
They're
No
wasting
matter how
power.
hard Stanley
Shut
looked,
all the...
he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I gotta remember to push this PC again. It's probably gonna have a... You're awaiting input. It's a different one. Because it was this one before. It was you that was wanting input. Okay. It's just jumping around. We're just gonna have to look at all of them.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You know, I want to see the broom closet again, so yes. Get me to my broom closet.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
No.
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
No!
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find out.
Curse you, narrator! You took my broom closet from me.
Coming to a staircase,
Well,
Stanley
downstairs
walked
is
upstairs
craziness
to his
and
boss's
upstairs
office.
is boss. Which ends up being your craziness. There was wood floors in here. Why did I only notice them when I walked in there? Maybe because I was looking up more than down. Is that an elevator? Well, you keep wanting me to go down the elevator, so let's go down this one. Bing bong. Bing bong. Oh, now we got some elevator music. Very good. Nothing to say? Don't mind me, I'm just dancing in the elevator. Okay, how long is this going to go on for? Are you humming along with it too? Ah, there he is. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. This isn't going anywhere, is it? We haven't moved at all. It's just making a bunch of noise. Alright. I'm about ready to push the button, but... how long could it go on for? How long is this song, I wonder? This is just the... He's still going. He's still going with it. Oh, no, no, no. It was all a trip. Okay. That did nothing. That did nothing.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
I know.
What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk.
That's right.
Pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
I'll never guess it.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
I put all the right numbers in. I just didn't do it in the right order.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. $2845.
Come on. He's going to give up here in a minute.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in. And the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story.
He had enough.
What did he do?
Hello, elevator. You better disable this elevator so I don't go back up. If I want to do it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Oh, nope. He didn't disable it. We're going back up.
Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back.
Okay, I think it's just going to...
Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's
Okay,
office?
all right.
Well,
We've already done this fight with
I
him.
just can't wait to find out.
Okay. We'll go back down and continue on.
Here we are, Stanley.
Yes.
It's your boss's office.
Yes.
Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I'm bolted to the edge of my seat. Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
I don't know. It just comes to me. I don't need a voice in my head to tell me what to do.
Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he?
No, that's scary. I can't do that. I don't know. The alternative was scarier. A giant.
He walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind control facility? Why would I want to go in there? That sounds bad. I think I'm going to escape
This
you.
passageway had the word escape written.
Yeah, we're
The
getting
truth
out of here.
was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh. Well, maybe we don't want it.
Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
No. You know what? No.
Nope. Still on board with death?
Okay, back we go. Oh, hell no. Still on board with death. Now I'm torn. Which way do I go? Okay, we'll go. Now we'll risk it. I'm going to roll the dice. It's a creepy corridor.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley
Yeah.
still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Oh. That's a long way back, though. That's too far. We're going to plunge forward.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward
Uh-huh.
and willingly confront his death.
That's right. I'm going to tell death, nah, we're not going to do this. Not today. Oh. Maybe you weren't lying. That looks like a pit of fire. Roll or die, Stanley, die. You know what? No, I guess we'll go back. That doesn't look very fun. Looks like you're trying to make cake out of me. Yes, I've played Portal before. I know how this goes. Alright, we'll go ahead down here. I guess we'll go to the mind control facility. Now we just gotta walk a mile back. Maybe it'd been quicker to die. Nowhere I can jump off just randomly. No. Well, I'm locked in here now. Push.
The lights rose on an enormous
No, let me roll.
with television screens. What
Rolls-
horrible
rolls
secret
in the
did
mind
this
control.
place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Okay. It's a lot of TVs. You've been spying on us? Is that what you're doing? I mean, I'm not totally surprised. Yeah.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Ooh.
Each bore
Fired.
the number of an employee in the building.
Well, at least it's not my
Stanley's
number.
co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
Where's
And
mine at?
Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom
I was
meant nothing.
4. What was I? 437? Oh, maybe 2 options were die. But both options were die. It's looking that way. Is this an exit?
This mind control facility, it was too
too
horrible
much?
to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy
What
with
rhymes
his
with
boring
share?
job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No.
I don't know.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Boy,
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Are you the mind control
He spent
person?
his entire
Are you
life
talking to all of these people?
blind
Is
to
this
the
all you
world?
doing?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Oh, we're going to shut her down?
He would dismantle the controls once and for all.
All right. We're going to push buttons. Shut it all down. Well, this says it's the main power. Okay. Waiting input. No, I'm going to take control of them.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the control.
Yes, I'm taking control.
All these years, you go and you try to take control of the
yes, that's right.
Is that what you wanted?
Yes,
control?
I want all the control.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
Okay, I'll press it again.
Have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event
why would system power
without proper DNA identification?
Oh, now you're going to throw that in there.
Set to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
Oh no!
How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes.
Oh gosh!
Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk
There's
about
3.
you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
Yeah.
A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them.
You erased them. I knew it.
I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside.
Verse 4.
I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around...
Oh, it's up
will be
there.
even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying it so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Got one more.
Oh dear me.
Sorry about the ads.
Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
Yeah, that was the plan.
Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first.
Goodbye!
So you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown.
Oh no!
Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Oh, it's over. You didn't even get to finish saying it. You blew up too soon. I didn't get to hear you. Happily ever what? Okay. Well, we're restarting
Even
this.
now, Stanley's office was a distant memory.
Was
What did
it?
it look like? There was a computer,
Compoomers.
perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Oh, I don't know. Painting or a photo? Is my memory starting to get fuzzy? It looks like a water painting. It's very, very blurry, if that's what you're talking about. Okay, one of these has got to have a waiting input. No. I'm missing something. So far, every time I've walked through here, one of these monitors, I've had to push a button on.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, maybe it's up ahead. Where it jumped to. Oh, we're approaching our door thing. Oh, maybe I don't have
When
to do
Stanley
anything with
came
it.
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We're going to the right. I want to see
This
the break
was
room.
not
You
the correct way
took
to the meeting room.
you took my
Stanley
broom
was
closet
really
from me.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes.
Yes.
This room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
Portal 2 co-op DLC.
Yes. Really,
I'm not sure if
really
it's
worth it
DLC.
being
I
in
thought
the
it was part of the
room.
base game, but
Room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
oh yes, definitely worth it. But that explains why there's coffee mugs around and
At this
just
point,
random
Stanley's
papers.
obsession with this room bordered
Okay.
on creepy.
We're not
At
getting
last,
anything
he had enough
new.
of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
I went straight before, but we didn't go any further.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, so it's working for you? Okay, yeah, I didn't know if it was DLC
Look,
or
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I
You're
realize
not?
that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this
I
time.
want to get off. Ah!
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you
Yes.
that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to
Danger,
convince
danger
you of
everywhere.
this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me
You want to show me a mind control
I'm
room?
on your side.
That's the beautiful
Give me a
thing?
chance.
Tell me my whole life is a lie? Maybe I'm not taking this the way you'd
Now,
expect me
listen carefully,
to.
This is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm going through the white door. Well, we'll go back to... I'm going up the stairs. You can't make me. Oh. Okay, maybe you can. Okay, we'll go
Oh,
through
thank
the red
God
door.
You are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time?
No, you blew me up in the last one.
The two of us
You
always
wouldn't let
trying
me
to get
be in
somewhere
control of the
that isn't
mind
here.
control device.
Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I just I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
I'm gonna go in another circle. Make sure. Oh. Wait a minute. Which door is the right door? And which door is the wrong door?
What do we want? What are we looking for?
I don't know. I don't know, I'm lost. I don't know which way to go. There's nothing I can do to get off path. Alright. Are we in space?
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful.
No, it's all fake.
If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
It's like when we had the Star Lab at school. That was fun. All the shoot the big constellations up into the big dome. I'm seeing colors. Just stay here forever. He's like, no, you're going to take my happiness away. Can I want to be one with all? I can't jump off. I can't jump off. Space! Yeah! Yeah! Space Core. He'd like it here.
No, wait. Where are you going? Right. Where were we?
Narrator's based on the Space Core. He likes space. Space! Wanna go to space?
Oh no! Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
You think I'll fall down the stairs? Hey, space, run, are you gonna die? I'm in space.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Oh, now I feel kind of bad. Well, you took my mind control from me, so no.
Please,
you don't.
Stanley, think about what you're doing.
The whole thing of stairs was to jump. Okay, what if I go down and back in? Sorry, oh good, you've come to your senses type dialogue. You better have something for me or I'm going to do it.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
I knew it. I knew there had to be something. Don't or we will die.
No. What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here. You are going to stay here, aren't you?
Well, you give me something to do, maybe. You can stay here and I'll go forward.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die! What about this isn't getting through to you?
The game will delete the operating system. Oh, you didn't want it bad enough. You didn't say anything about me coming back. Well, this time we gotta do it. I wasn't rewarded. Don't do it! There's nothing else to do. No!
Oh, thank God you lived.
Okay, we'll
You
go
had me
back.
worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Okay, we'll go back to the space.
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Now,
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
how long is he going to fight me about this? Let's drink coffee. What are you doing?
No. No. What are you doing, Stanley? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
I don't know, but you better think of something. Down we go.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? Yes. Perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
I mean, I get why you're happy here, but I want to continue the game.
No, perhaps not.
Maybe it's just not for me. Gonna do it again.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Okay, now we'll go back down. I am moving a lot slower. That did hurt. Jump. Maybe he'll die with you. Alright. One more time. If he says something about me coming back. Nope. Nothing to say. Alright, we're going to jump. Well, we can't jump. We actually cannot jump. They walking slowly because you jumped from a 2-story building 2 times. That's true. That is very true. One, two. I really like a 3-story building at that point. So I guess the third time's a charm, huh? How are you even still alive? I don't know. Sheer willpower. I don't know. I just want to see the narrator, see how bad I want him to suffer.
Well, maybe you're just getting a kick out of it.
Okay, 3 times.
But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice. Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
You want to stay alive, or are you just teasing me? I'm just teasing you.
I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I still thought that was possible.
It skipped one of them? Are you still alive? Chat is slow. Yeah, chat is slow. I think it's like a 20-second delay or something. It's set at. At least it's working this time. It was underneath the last game I played.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it?
Yep, it's going to restart.
Back.
Yep. Okay, we got an ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's keep an eye out for a computer. Nope. None are awaiting input. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, we'll go. That's how. 20 seconds. Go get Streamlabs. Works. Well, I think I can manually set this. Turn beast. I don't know what's going on there with that
Yet
bee.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I can't get in the broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs.
Okay, we have to go up.
office.
We just die if we go downstairs. I don't know. That's just... I don't know. Sunglasses, smiley
The moment
face.
he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep
He's
going.
added more to
On the
this.
floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour.
Okay.
But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk.
Oh, yeah.
What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a
I can't remember what it was.
4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it. 2845. statistically nearly impossible to guess blind. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Hello, cat, 2D cat. Okay, going down. We're going to follow him through. I think we'll actually follow his directions. Maybe. I haven't made up my mind yet. Oops. Mouse got off track.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that...
You know, no. We're gonna go.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall,
It's
Stanley
cake.
would meet his violent death.
I heard cake is at the end of this hall.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I was told there was cake at the end of this
At
hallway.
this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
See, I told you. Whoop, flaming end. You're playing Ultra Deluxe? Where's the video? The end.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story.
Oh, is this the part where the narrator kills me?
This one Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this
Not
violent
playing
end
Ultra
to
Deluxe.
a
This is
brief
supposed to be Ultra
life.
Deluxe.
Farewell, Stanley.
Oh, where's the... I only got the Ultra Deluxe one. I didn't get the normal one.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing
No!
him instantly.
Well, okay. Hello, new narrator. Did you, Alright. I'm a little confused. The title?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever.
Oh.
What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Oh, no, woman. I don't know.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now?
Oh.
Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
I thought so. The two doors. Oh. So the two doors that open was the very first concrete piece of Stanley Parable's design. Okay, once created, the rest of the game emerged. So that was our first choice, was these two doors. There we started in our office over here. The whole game layout. And then it goes on. Office computers. Ooh, playing solitaire. Nope, your installation has failed. Wait, I'm dead? Yeah. The office. Well, there's the first three doors. The buttons. Selection of sounds used throughout the game when the button is pressed. Okay. There's all the designers. That's quite a way to have the credits. Kevin Briding is the narrator. Ah, there's the narrator. Office clock. Still the wrong time? Why did you ask me for the time at the beginning of the game if you're not going to show it? The boss's office. Scenes from the development of the boss's office. Oh my goodness, we actually put like flooring down. That's funny. The lounge. Underground, early version of the underground. I mean, that looks pretty. Yeah, I think the sign, the warning, nuclear bombs and. What did you say? Nuclear bombs send button 2 and 3 have been pressed. Will come in. 2 and 3 have been pressed? Okay. We'll press 2 and 3. 6? Oh, there was no 6, though. There's only 5. Set the elevator, maintenance room, early version of maintenance room. The fax machine. War zone. Early, we designed end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and rage war against the narrator. Realized shortly after the build was going too far. It was too jokey, too far on the nose. Try 1. Alien base. Pretty cool, though. I like this. Try 1. Upstairs. Final warning, there's a skeleton inside of you. Wait, what? Question brought forth intense passion from my soul. Am I Stanley? Are you spying on me? How? Will the game feature... What? Capybaras? Are these like real emails they got from people? How do you stay in shape? Michael the Rock Martin. Oh, playing the... Oh. Are you gay? I think the game's made in Portal 2 engine? I don't know. Appreciate please Stanley game work. Alright, however, the idea of certain manner. Have infinite quest. How many endings? Okay. Narrator emails. Alright, after the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator questions. Oh, that's pretty cool. What's the difference between a duck? How do you make the worst game? Alright. It could have been. It feels very Portal-y. We have an office. Stanley's office, alright. Overtime was created November 2011. Oh, so all the different versions of Stanley's office. Yeah, it used to just be a cubicle, didn't it? I did see some videos when it was still early on. Monitor room, elevator. It's Portal with no portals. Hold on. Can I push that button? Countdown desk. One of the desks. Count down the ending. Oh. Ah, I can't push it. Freedom ending. Ooh, we can get a freedom ending. Okay, thanks for watching. I got a little sidetracked here for sure. You have a good one too.
Stanley stood on the roof.
Narrator outtakes. Crank dialogue roughly 3 separate times over 2 years of development.
Now look closer,
These are
Stanley.
clips.
See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room. A perfect example of poor level design. Textbook to end this injustice. It's the kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively if you had.
Don't fall over stairs anymore. Bye. All right, bye. That sounds like some solid advice.
You'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it.
Okay. Well, we are going upstairs. I don't know where we're headed. Right. Oh, we've got flip switches. Oh, there's so much to take in here. Zending levers. Narrator would describe what color they had pulled. Okay. The game is now paused. Begin the game again. Escape menu for a long time. Oh yeah, ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, a few players realized this and what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. Oh. Obey, disobey. Replay many times, we discussed. Ultimately, the simplest version won out. Okay, this is pretty cool and all, but I think we're the apartment timer. The office. Okay, we're back to that. Maybe we just need to keep going up. No, we were here already. Oh boy. Oh, exit. Is this not where I came
Oh,
from?
look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
And off it goes.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game.
No.
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
I let time choose for me. Okay. Guess this counts as an ending. Check these computers real quick.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
No.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that you had something to do with this. A memo? Nah. New content? Let's go this way.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, we'll do left. we'll play this time doing exactly what he wants us to do.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer
So I have a
there.
closed broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean, he wondered?
I don't remember what it was.
Desperate for answers, he began turning the room over looking for clues that might unravel the situation, until at last he discovered a keypad behind the boss's desk. But alas, no code. For this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so
yeah.
the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Yeah.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Oh,
Yet incredibly,
just worked.
by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct
Write that
code
down.
by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
2845. Gotcha. Because we're going to do one where we just ignore him totally. We're just gonna run all the way past him.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Push
The
the
lights
button.
rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
This room seems rather just pointless. Like, oh, I need to see what's on your TV screen. I guess you could bring it up on the monitor, but like, I feel like
Now
a
the
couple.
monitors jumped to life, their true nature reveled. Each bore the
I feel like we could have, like,
employee in the building. Stanley's
A few
coworkers,
really
the
big
lives
ones
of so many
with small
individuals
squares in it,
reduced to
and when we
images
could
on
click on what we
screen.
want.
And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Freedom meant nothing. All right. We got you. Push the button.
This
Get out of
mind
here.
control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was
No
this the
way.
only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions
Possible.
had been manipulated to accept it?
I'm not happy with my boring job, but I do it anyway.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
No,
It was unthinkable.
can't do that.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible?
I mean,
Had he
maybe.
truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
It wouldn't be super hard to do that.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
All right. This time we're actually going to shut it off. We'll do what the narrator says is the right thing. Last time I wanted it for myself. A little more boring. Game over.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
But where is everyone? They're being controlled, but
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine.
I win?
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Okay, I get to go home, or...
Even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
That's a good question.
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other
I think you had
mysteries did this
something to do.
strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
Yeah,
For
forget
it
the
was
rest
not
of those
knowledge or
guys.
even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
There we go, the happy ending. Beat the game, complete the Stanley Parable. I mean, alright, we finally, only took us how many hours? Only an hour? We've only been streaming an hour? Oh. Okay. No way, because it was like 8:30 or something when we started, wasn't it? Maybe it was 9:30. Maybe. Okay, alright.
All of his co-workers were gone.
They're gone.
What could it mean?
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Maybe.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, I want to do a... We're going to skip the new content.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Now I'm just going to run through it. Forget the
lounge
employee
was
lounge.
sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Trying to speed run this. What is it? 2845.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean, he wondered. Desperate for answers, he began turning the room over. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator...
There we go. Now he's mad.
Anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
I knew there had to be something to it. He's gonna make me
Feeling
slow
soothed
down.
and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay. I don't know why the windows had to shut. I guess just be dramatic. Oh yeah, I need to follow the elevator through, don't I? Where I go straight instead of turn.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Well, that doesn't really do anything for me, does it? If I go over there, we've done all that. And we've done all this. And we can't go any further back. Okay. I guess we'll just finish it out real quick.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Yeah.
Did he have the
We already
strength
know.
to find out?
It's a little late. We know already. They've been spying on us. Dun, dun, dun.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
All right. Through we go. Push the other button. Bring the elevator down. Let's shut this thing down.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Is
Had
there a
Stanley
way?
been under
Is there
someone's
something I can
control
do there
all
at
this
the end
time?
if I turn the
Was this
machine
the
on?
reason
Is there a
he was
way I
happy
can
with his boring
take
job?
control
That
of it?
his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life
I'm gonna
in
look that up
someone
real
else's
quick.
control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Do not actually turn on the mind control machine. There's no literal machine in the game to function. Oh. Okay, you can't actually do it. Can you stop the detonation counter? Cannot be stopped in any way, shape, or form unless through heavy map editing. Alright. Well, darn. Did the stream stop, or did
But here
my...
was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled
Okay, it looks
with
like we're up.
emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Push the off button. Alright. Sorry, we had to sit through
And a
this
rising
again.
chill of uncertainty.
I'm going to go straight
Was it over?
on, and we're going to see about if I stay on the elevator where he's
Yes.
taking me to.
He had won. He had defeated the machine.
'Cause I think that's the only thing we
Unshackled
haven't
himself
done.
from someone else's command. Freedom was
think.
mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had
Well,
his
not
co-workers
many
gone?
in the
How
normal
had he been
version. Just
freed from the
one.
machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
None of this makes any sense. Like, there's just a cobblestone
Stanley
pathway
felt
right
the cool
here.
breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Okay. We're going to try a new way.
Already this was uncomfortable, and
Yeah.
Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
That's right. Let's see here. I need to
When
go.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
That's right. I need to go admire that place again.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness.
That's right. This is your
Then the
space
feeling
room.
went away, and he felt sad again.
No,
Then he
I'm
came
happy
back
here.
and
Yeah.
lingered for a minute or two. Now it's only half there.
Oh.
Just a kind of
Tingle.
tingle.
It's no broom closet. It's nice, but it's no broom closet.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
Yeah.
A room so utterly captivating that even but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
This is where we're going to go straight.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I know. I'm just awful.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
No?
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Oh?
Someone you've forgotten about.
Well, who did I forget?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who is her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put
Oh.
your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
I don't know about that. What was she like? She's been waiting.
That's her, Stanley.
Oh, it had to be
You
a
need
phone.
to be the one to do this.
No.
To reach out to her.
No.
If you can truly
Don't make
place
me
your
do it.
faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Can I
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, for a light
unplug
that
it?
ignited one. Wait.
Unplug the
Did you
phone.
just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Unplug the
It's
phone.
definitely here Tuesday. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and
Yeah.
the two pledge themselves to one another.
Oh.
Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not
Oh.
picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is
Oh.
that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second.
I chose to be
Did I
single.
just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
What? No. No.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long.
Oh, I
If you
know.
made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's
Oh,
as
well,
though
that's
you
the plan.
completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making.
No,
Or did
I
you not
made a
grasp the
conscious
severity
decision
of the
here.
situation? Well, I won't
I
have that
saved
kind of
Stanley.
risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
No, maybe you need to be educated on safe
Really.
decision making in the real world.
Choice.
Choice,
It's
yes,
the
I
best
have
part
it.
of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice.
Yeah.
He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people.
Yeah.
Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which
Well,
choice
I
would you
already
make?
have struggled to
Remember
read,
that unlike
so
here, the real world makes sense.
I'm probably
Sometimes
not going to be able to
you
make a
choice
machine that
does
makes
not
food.
conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a
Fish.
person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought.
I feel that way a lot about
Excuse
people I
why
talk
you
to.
cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
Back sack and crack?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical
Alligator.
professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day.
Do they
you
have to
make
be
more
right?
than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant.
I mean, that's
and
a good
the feeling
point.
should subside. At this time,
Nothing really
the instructor
matters.
will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative
Forklifts.
contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just
Oh, this is better than the broom closet. We got a room full of forklifts.
This way, please.
No, I don't want to leave the forklift room. You can't make me. You shut that door. I'm in my happy place. I like running the forklift at work. That's probably the high point of my night. That's the best part about it. I get to run the lift. Except for when it's like freezing cold out. Then it's not so fun. Or snowing on you. That's always, yeah. But that and the scissor lift, the one that takes you up in the air, that's a fun one too. Don't get to run that so much anymore. Just ever since I got off maintenance, I haven't really had a need for it. Oh no, I take that back. There's been some scenarios I needed to get the things up high. Wait.
We know your choices are meaningful. We can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
Ah.
The main character dying senselessly halfway through the story.
I knew I was
It would
trapped.
make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
No? No reality, huh? What if I get back on it? Dang. Okay. Okay. This was all just a detour. Oh, I can't go that way. Yeah, I know. I don't know. Okay.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would.
Yes.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
Okay, all
I'm
right.
quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead
Lose
and
his
you'll be
friend.
fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I don't know which one my left is. I think it's this one.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Oh no, the game's corrupting. Everything's falling apart. Oh, we got they're phasing through the walls. The desk or the desk. What are you? Filing cabinet. That's the word I'm looking for. Is the left one going to be messed up now? Is my broom closet open? That's the more important question.
Oh,
Yeah. It's okay.
Everything we talked about, my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless.
It's worth
And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do?
I wish there was a jump. I can't get up on this desk.
I have to shut the game down.
No! There's a door!
I have to.
I can go through that door if you get this table out of my way. Rebooted.
Oh, I'm here.
You're here?
I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish.
Oh, okay.
You.
Yeah.
You thought you were so clever.
Yes, I
Now
am.
look where we are. My entire game is destroyed.
I corrupted it. I messed
There's
it up.
everything in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny?
Yes.
You just had to see?
Very much
Didn't I
so.
impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
No, Stanley sounds
He knows how to
boring.
do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
I'm sure. Hey, watch your
That
language.
thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
I know I am. I know I am, but what are you? Ah, dang it.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a hole.
I know you are, but what am I?
You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried
breath
so
again.
hard to make
Uh-oh.
is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
Oh, it reset.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
Okay.
Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley.
It reset! It reset! Why did you do that? Black screen.
Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that?
Oh, you took
Hurry
your...
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means
Do I actually have to go
responsibly
left?
and
Is
always
that
putting
a
the
hard...
story
Is that...
first. I'm quite sure you'll be
quickly
up to the
run
task.
back
Just
reset?
follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing
Okay.
responsibly and
We'll go
always putting
left,
the
I
story
guess.
First. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead.
But
and
the
you'll
next
be
thing he
fine.
says, we're
All right.
definitely going the wrong way.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, door on my left. Is the break room, or is the conference room going to be all corrupted? It looks pretty normal to me.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Okay.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his
Broom
boss's
closet!
office.
Broom closet! No!
Answer there.
I can't get in there. Oh.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
I
office.
can't go downstairs. He closed the stairs off on me. Now I'm definitely going in the fire pit. Wait, this is different. There wasn't a staircase in there before. This is not my boss's office. What is this? What is any of
Standing
this?
inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
But it's
Shocked,
different.
Unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week.
Oh.
Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115. Do I actually have to say that? Night.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. Night Shark 115.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver.
Nope.
Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial
Project
step.
Playtime. Your game's ready to play.
Okay, fine. You're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single
I
thing,
tried.
your
I was
respect.
hoping maybe it would.
The kind
Okay.
of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He
I'm
knows
trying,
what
man.
it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice.
Oh, okay, Huggy.
You could have gone
All right,
through the
you're
door
playing
on the right.
Huggy.
You could have done
Project
whatever
Playtime. All right, I got
wanted
you.
over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain
I
yourself.
might have to
you
get that
coward.
too. Oop.
When Stanley came
Uh-oh.
to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley?
Wait.
Hello?
Hello? No, I'm above him.
Okay.
No.
Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something.
Either cheated and installed.
More important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? You listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. It's all right.
Sorry, Leroy. What
To decide
what did you
what's
do
the
to
right thing
Leroy?
do. Take as much time as you need.
Well, I guess we got to answer the phone now, huh?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Because I hung up the phone
Stanley
earlier.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Quickly, hurry back. I want to try new content, but let's finish up.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room. and
No,
Stanley
but it's the
walked
correct way to the
away.
last thing we
Perhaps
haven't
he
done.
wanted to stop
Because I
by
think
the
we've done
employee
everything
lounge
else
first,
up to this
just to
point.
admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A
Yes.
connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I
I told you, it's no broom
truly-
closet.
Truly, deeply, madly love.
It's no broom closet.
Yes, really, really worth it being here. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
It won't let me in my broom closet. I'm upset.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
All right. Now we're going to
I think
answer the
perhaps
phone.
we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm
I
not
wanna
saying
see
you
if
really, I'm not.
it's-
I realize that investing your
Yeah.
trust in someone else can be difficult.
I wanna see if
but
it's
the
as
fact
good
is
of
that the
ending as he
story has
claimed
been
it'd be.
about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Oh.
Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
I chose the single life in the last
to
playthrough
redeem
of this.
yourself, to put your work aside.
I woke up in a
to let
forklift
her
room.
back into
I
your
mean,
life. She's been waiting.
I woke up in a room full of forklifts after not
That's so
answering the
Stanley.
call.
You need
Like,
to be
I'd
the
say
one
that
to
was the
do
right
this,
decision.
to reach out to her.
Gosh, even my house number?
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Ooh, fresh bread?
Right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Of course.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you ever
You're not a loving
want to
wife.
commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
That was good. That was good.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh. Press B on the keyboard. That doesn't sound very good. You know, some people could make this work. Gosh.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
All right, I get what you're doing here.
Pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now
I know,
he's
it's a
coming back
sad
to work.
cycle.
One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful.
It's called
And
video
each day that
games.
he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Press P to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone
Was
in the building
all a
had suddenly
dream.
vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him.
I made my family disappear. My work family disappear.
So
It's
he
like
went
Home
further.
Alone.
He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Prepare
As he
dinner.
wandered through this fantasy
Oh.
world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an
I live
enormous
at the
round
office.
room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby.
Game
And
with
he
a
called it
baby?
The Stanley Parable.
Game with a baby.
It
I haven't
was
seen
such
that one
a
yet.
wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
That's what it feels like. We keep finding new things. Heidi, yell to your wife to my life, you love her.
There is no answer.
There's no
How
wife.
could there possibly be? In
There is
reality,
only a
all he's
desk.
doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Press F to go to sleep. That sounds
And
like
I'm
a
trying
good
to
plan.
tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. Press Y to be at work in the morning. Not doing it. I'm not doing it. Can't make me. Don't think I have a choice. Well, my Y key's broken, so I can't do it.
You
Okay.
see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
First G to question nothing.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try
Yeah.
once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
I didn't even press anything that time. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone.
We're going to try a new content out now.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean?
I don't know, but it's new.
Content.
You're the narrator. You're supposed to know about this stuff. You're just going to make this up on the fly? Going down a hole you didn't say anything about? Better figure this out real quick. I'm on a tram to nowhere.
Hello, and thank you for playing The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh.
As you may know, The Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Boy, it came out in 2013.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Nice.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley
Awesome.
Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Yes. More content's always better.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Nice.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Yes.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure
Nope.
it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
I don't know. We've had some fun with the elevators, so can I push a button?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should
Great.
we-
We got a
Should
dud.
we be moving somewhere? Or,
Oh, there it
we go.
goes.
All right,
Just a
finally,
little slow.
at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
It's a long elevator.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
All right. New content. Brick walls. Yeah.
All right.
The jump
All right,
circle.
let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh. I can jump, but only in the circle. Well, that's boring.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
I mean... Okay, we're going to finish this real quick. Such exciting content. more jumping. Won't let me jump anymore. We used up all the jumps. We won! Game over. Oh, we in their long, slow elevator.
Another elevator.
Yeah.
Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
No,
It's
not
just
yet.
Elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new
I guess
content,
so.
then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... Oh, wait. There's more. Very
good.
Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
All right. Thank you for enjoying the new content.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley?
This is
what
a problem.
happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no
Well,
reason
I'll say they got
other than
me.
an easy dollar.
Because it was like $24 for this thing.
That's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated, and I'm
Is that
offended.
true?
I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them
Oh, it's
personally
X
accountable.
now. But
It's my fault, Stanley.
that does kind of
Too
date
much
this game, doesn't
anticipation
it?
around new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Okay, we're restarting. Or are we? That's why I say, or are we? This is not the office that we were in earlier. Oh, look, it's where we should have been coming out of.
Stanley!
Yeah?
Come over here. In the vent.
In the
I
vent?
want to show you something.
But I'm a little curious as to what's over here now. Oh, don't give me this choice. I don't know. Do I want to go to the office or do I want a cool event? Oh, here's a lift. That's what I was talking about earlier. One of the things I like. That's my favorite thing to run at work.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so... Oh, never mind. You're not a dork.
Oh, maybe I will go this way. I knew it. You were a dork. New content door is closed. Okay, we'll go in there. I just wanted to see what this was all about. Coffee nut? Is that what that says? Oh, he's a coffee nut. Okay, got it.
Okay, you remember how
Yeah.
cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be?
Yeah.
And it got me thinking about the
Oh, no, that jump
and how
button
much
was
better
pretty
the
fun.
Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Oh, good.
Just our little secret. Take a look.
Wow, a fax machine. Oh, this is pretty
I
nice.
call it the memory zone.
Yeah?
It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
This is nice. sweet
You see,
memory.
Stanley, doesn't the
Don't
memory
forget
zone
the
remind you of how
Stanley
wonderful
Parable.
Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game
Cargo
originally
Operator's
launched?
Manual.
Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Independent Games Festival at 1. That's pretty cool. I'd say it's deserving of some awards. It's definitely well put together. Narrator's great. The gameplay's fun. First kiss, my first car. Released with Stanley Parable. Buy on Steam or download the demo free. Alright, pretty cool. Got some pictures on the wall. Oh, of all the. Okay. Smile because it happened. The first dollar they made from the game. Real demonstration, the demo. Go outside, don't play for 5 years. That's an achievement? Unachievable. It's impossible to get this achievement. Surprisingly down to earth. Superhero deals tough choices. Very cool.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable.
Don't
like
read
this
any
stunning
reviews
triumph
except
of
this
games
one.
journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created? That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game.
It was Skyrim,
it was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing.
Skyrim.
It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Actually want a couple. Oh, that was in the basement. Memory-free maintenance. Okay. Person of the year. Oh, how all the mapping worked. We got a Mustang over there. Yeah. Yeah. Fastback Mustang 67. Looks like 67. The front end's kind of, yeah. Could be a 66. I can't tell from here. I don't know. That headlight looks a little far back. Or the way the body line is. Normally I'm pretty good at that. I just don't have a good look at it.
Passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new
Snake oil
content.
salesman.
It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Well, I do come with a tie, the Stanley Parable tie. Is that a mouse pad? I'm not totally sure what that's supposed to be. Or is that the disc? Maybe that's the disc. The serious room. Can I not get into the serious room? Okay. Carpet textures. Source. The source engine. Oh, maybe I gotta go.
These were simpler times, Stanley.
Yeah.
What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
Yeah. Sounds pretty nice.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
You don't remember
What's
it.
this? What's down here?
Might not remember it because there's no memory here. Well, somebody knows about it because somebody's been stocking the vending machine. Ooh. Oh no, is this all the negative reviews?
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor.
Oh no.
I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as
Steam
well, weren't they?
reviews. Oh no.
Honestly,
Well, that
I
looks
could
good.
not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny!
Unfunny.
I'm trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Oh, there's another one. Oh, recommended. That's a good one.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I?
A little
You can
bit.
tell me if I'm preachy, honestly you can. Oh goodness, this is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
You can't please everyone. That's just the fact of life. You can't please everyone. No matter how good something is, someone's always going to find a problem in it. Look, like this guy here.
To say?
Cookie. Cookie
You
didn't like
constantly
it.
have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Cross with you. Oh no. You are
And
going.
here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud
But
to
I
have
enjoy
delivered.
your talking.
No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people.
It's more
If the
boring
people
when
want
you're
silence,
not
then
talking.
My goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here,
No.
we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue. And it goes something like this.
Okay.
The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming
Okay.
it is,
All right.
so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah.
Okay,
We've
you're
eaten
looping.
too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination...
All right.
The deduction, therefore, becomes impossible to manufacture.
I had a
It
feeling
went
you'd
on
loop.
for nearly 10,000...
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games.
All right.
Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations.
I'm getting ready to press it again.
Description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise.
Okay.
Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think.
Oh,
okay.
no.
So my theory is that any choice you've ever made
Yeah.
is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice.
Okay.
That is to say, if by articulating a
Multiverse
choice you've already
theory,
made, you
basically.
bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once.
It could
that you
be.
are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto,
Yeah.
but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone?
I don't know.
That is rich with ambition.
I don't know if a manifesto is something you want to be leaving anyone. That's generally not a good thing.
Here all day. Okay, look. I have a method for exactly this sort of situation.
Yeah.
And I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession
Okay.
until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless
I
situations.
want to know what you
All
decide on.
Here we go. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
I want to know what he ends up
Treatise,
on, but I think we'll hit the
manifesto.
skip button.
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise,
Okay.
manifesto. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review.
Did
or
they?
at least change some of the wording, perhaps.
We need the-
To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps
I wonder if
that
Cookie
would have been
9
the smart
did.
thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button.
That's a good
Although
point.
I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review.
Oh,
Mainly
yeah,
because
they'll
of
go
this
do that.
very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game. Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality.
Oh, apparently it's not real. Cookie 9 didn't consider... Oh, so I'm looking it up, and Cookie 9 is trash anyway. Oh boy, Reddit's having a fun day. Menace to Society, narrator reading is fuming. Username checks out. This belongs in the memory in back area. Narrator, then I hate you. You forgot to show the review. Alright, unfunny. What a legend. Wait, does it actually exist? A little complicated. They changed the usernames in the game. Cookie 9 isn't actually called Cookie 9. Oh, so we don't know. The account's fake. Okay, so no. Okay, alright. So it was a real review, but not the actual person's username.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes. It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again.
Okay.
I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here?
That's a good question.
Where did the door go?
That's a good question. I thought there was one right here.
I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place?
There had to be a door there.
I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere?
No.
A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please...
There's a fan. There's got to be a hole behind that. It's venting somewhere.
Other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall?
Oh yeah. Is
there any possibility that you could slam
yeah,
your body into the wall until enough
boom.
damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me.
I'm trying, man.
We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door.
Okay.
I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise.
Okay.
You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
I'll be right back.
I'm gonna do it. Nope. He's not back yet. Beep.
Stanley!
Did you find us a door?
Please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button. And if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here. And more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it. And I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback.
I know.
Why was it so important?
It's always, you'll have thousands of good comments, and then that one bad one will just eat you out. You just gotta delete it and move on.
What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone
I'll be
ever
back
says
in one
about
sec.
me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child, wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button, and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you. Just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will.
Sorry about that. Phone was about to die.
And again, leaving me.
I still got my
Surely
chat
you'll
up though,
put your
so
own
might be a
desire
little
to
delayed
see
on
what's
reading
next
stuff.
ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls.
He's still talking, huh?
Anxiety that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, no, no. I know you too well. You'll be leaving me. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews.
Okay.
Oh, Stanley, you're back.
How many days has it been?
Oh, my goodness.
What happened to the
Someone
lights?
to talk to again.
Has it been so long that all the lights blew
I
out?
think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you
Well,
think
the
that's
plant
just
died.
how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all.
No?
It isn't even close.
We don't get to have any
I know
fun.
You can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps, yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time. But if I stop,
I mean,
I'll slip
there
back
are
into the
lines here
silence
running up to that
because
fan. There's a way we
I
could get
can't be
that.
taken
We
by
could
it, Stanley.
we could
I can't
jam,
lose myself in a
pull this
stretch of emptiness
stick
between
out,
you and
jam
me.
it in
When
there.
you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself up. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you.
Sounds awful.
To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could
Okay.
do nothing but
You were-
wallow in it for what felt like
Okay.
an eternity.
All right,
What I-
okay, all right. How many years? Narrator? I'm sorry I pushed the button. Any luck finding that door? We need it. We can't continue without it. Did you die? You sound a lot older than I am, so maybe. The plant died. Although that doesn't take too terribly long for a plant. I think a year with no water would definitely be bad for it. Okay. What? What's beeping? The fan's off. We just have a non-stop beeping. It's coming from the button. Oh, the clock's on the wall, on the ground. And dead.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point.
Oh,
It
you
was
start
meant to
talking
speak
again.
to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a
You know
world where
what?
someone will say,
Give me the
"Oh, there
beeping
should be
again. We have silence again. There's noises. I don't know what it was. There was a noise.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is
He's
never
gone
the
crazy.
End, is never the 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 end.
I hear water.
Is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Are we literally waiting for this building to fall apart?
Never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Yeah, we got dripping going on here.
Is never the end, is never the end.
It's either we're either going to get flooded.
End is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
He's slowing down.
The end is never the end, 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 is never.
Okay. Did this thing run out of water? Or is it coming down more? It's more. It's hard to see, but it's more. Oh, yeah. We've been out for some time now. We just gotta keep waiting for the building to fall apart. Narrator is dead. He went crazy. I think one more ought to do it. We're getting there. Plant life's starting to grow. Feels like we went backwards. Where'd all the plant life go? Did it all die? Huh. Oh, too much sunlight. Well, I mean, I guess we just had to wait for the whole building to decay. The desert appeared. Yeah, you expect me to just ram through the wall. Look at how much. That's not just brick. That's like a bunker. Just ram through the wall, Stanley. Well, and we died in the desert. Narrator went crazy and we died in the desert. If we could have got out when the plant life was there, we might have had a chance.
Someone was following Stanley.
What?
He was sure of it.
What?
If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
What? What? Who? Well, someone shut that door. I thought it was you. New content? New content. Oh.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign.
Yeah.
I have something very exciting to
You've
show
got
you.
new content? Is it a jump circle? Do I get to jump again? Okay. Oh, in their slow elevator?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable
Yeah.
and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned
I
out
know,
to
it
be.
seemed pretty
The original
disappointing.
Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable.
Oh, you're making a
2.
full sequel. Oh. Oh! That would have been more impressive if I had been turned around.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Alright, sounds good. Twister Showcase.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is
Taste
just
the
so much
sequel.
catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Sounds good to me. In we go. They're back. 2 doors. More, better. Brick and mortar approach. Alright. Two plants? Is that what we're going for?
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be.
You
But
sure
let's take
worked a
look at
lot
some
on
of the features
advertising.
I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic
Ears,
than
eyes,
anything
arms,
scientific or
nostrils,
logical.
legs.
Really.
Took the red marker. Me. This way to the show floor. New features. New content. A whole red carpet rollout for it.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Reassurance bucket. Ooh. Please, no screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
What? Get well someday? And I guess get well someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
It was going to be the opposite no matter what I did. Yeah, it works for me.
Actually,
Hear it all over.
maybe I should have gone with... No, I've
Yeah.
made my decision. We're moving on.
No, we
Come
were
now.
we were
You
correct
already
with
made
the
your
get well
choice.
someday.
It's true that you chose badly, but we all have to move on from our mistakes.
I mean, why would we celebrate someone's birthday? Why would we celebrate? Why would we have balloons for someone injured? It just works. Pull the lever, receive achievement. No more steps. It just works. Get yours right now. All right, free
Now,
achievement.
here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply
Yeah.
give you the achievement.
Oh.
Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Okay, I'll trust you. Nah. Come on. I can't tell if it's coming down every time, a little more every time. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think we're gonna get it. Darn. Can't fix it. Okay. Well, now what? It's all for nothing, huh? Guess we just gotta go out the way we came in. Kind of weird, because everything else had a pass through back to the main lobby.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Can you find them? What are we looking for? Oh, space! Had to be space.
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
Oh, that sounds about
I don't
right.
want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Woo! All right. 1 out of 6.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward.
know,
for
it's
it.
the worst.
Absolutely tragic.
Absolutely. Is it supposed to look like a dinosaur? There's tail, head, feet. I mean... Ooh, jump circle. Yeah, we want to go to jump circle. If I'm here. Infinite hole. It won't end. Oh, the jump circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw it. Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
Oh, I had a feeling that was going to show up later. Oh. I should have left one. Free achievement, no. Does not just work. Infinite hole. Oh no, we've already been here. We just didn't go down to the infinite hole. Distant space-time. Falling. Hole like infinity. Opening, rim, depth, infinite, surrounding area. Just keeps going. It's a hole of China. Infinity.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Down we go.
You see? Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah.
One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Is it really?
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Oh? Why? Is it not infinite? Am I going to hit
Okay,
something?
Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
Oh.
It's a very, very deep hole. To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom
Yes,
of the hole.
I knew it.
You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling.
Yep.
A normal person actually wants to fall infinitely. I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look,
Just the two of us. We can make it to if we try. Building castles in the sky. Just the two of us.
Just call the hole mostly infinite. If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up
Meeting
to
at
the
2
top of the hole and
p.m.
we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now,
Oh,
I'm
cigarettes
excited
down
to
there.
share
I just
even
noticed
more of
those.
my ideas for the sequel. Oh, for heaven!
I
I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a life. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing that... Wow. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less
Getting
infinite.
shorter.
I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep,
I don't
even
think
by
so.
the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here?
Yeah, what is going
Stanley,
on here?
I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
All right, I'm on board with that
Oh,
one.
there it is. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working?
Nope.
You sure?
Sure.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing?
Nope. We're
Well,
stuck in the
suppose-
holes.
I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out.
Don't you kill
Goodbye,
me.
Stanley.
Oh.
I couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked
Okay.
for. It's a win for everyone.
I will live
you
in the
get to be
hole.
with the hole. I get to do literally anything else.
Just
Take
you
care,
and me.
Stanley.
Oh,
I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
just the two of us. Just me in the hole. We got left with the hole. Oh, he's serious. Every pause button is Roman numeral 2. I knew you wouldn't let me down, hole. You were going down. I mean, yes. Take me down. I was waiting for you. Yes. That's right, we didn't need him to follow us. You have to change your perspective. Oh yeah. Down we go. You need to change your perception. So glad we got left alone in the hole. I like the other one better. I used to change your reality.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of mine. My head's stronger. Now you're no.
Change yourself. Yes. Wearing a spacesuit. No, I am a TV. I'm a robot. I am 427. Oh, puppies! Now I'm upside down. What?
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley?
Hey!
You're awake.
No!
You had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley.
No! It was better than anything you've had to offer. There were puppies.
Wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the whole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole. And I'm looking forward to all of them.
No, just
Stay
leave.
good, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Let me get back to my hole things. Let's go down, hole. Take me away from this crazy man. Ah, he went out. What happened? How did we get here?
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
I want to go back to the hole. What's a reinsurance bucket? It's no hole, but let's see what the bucket's about.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of recklessness.
I'm not very reassured. Where's the bucket?
Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket,
Oh, here it comes.
a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting.
Ooh.
You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution
Yes.
for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable.
Okay.
Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
Probably a
the
bit.
bucket is the perfect solution. Come on.
Well, give me the bucket. Give me the bucket.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair.
Oh, bucket,
must
you gotta
already
come with me and
be
check out the hole.
And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Ooh.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't
Oh,
they?
I can't take it in the hole
All
with me.
this and more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, good. I get to take the bucket with me. Now, where's the hole
Does
at?
anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
That really should be an award if it isn't already.
I feel like Skyrim might have you beat because you can put the bucket over a shopkeeper's head and he won't see you steal things. So Skyrim might have you beat here. There's a button that says the name of the player that's playing the game and hear your name here in the game. That's going to be a thing that don't work. Red is the new orange. Updated ray trace, the same game but in a good way. New features, new content, new ideas. Okay. Infinite hole. Yes, bucket. We must check out the infinite hole together. There might be water at the bottom of it this time. Oh, I can't go back in the hole. Oh. No. I can't revisit the hole with my bucket. Also, I has a bucket. Cannot get the achievement. Have no jumps for the jump circle. Fine, it ended. Okay. He admitted it. It was not an infinite hole. Settings world champion. Is that what that said? Yeah. Well, I think it was on the other side, wasn't it? No. Jump circle, free achievement, button that says your name. Yeah, that's the thing we needed. Button that says your name, B. Go around, and down, and up. Okay, so this way. No, that's infinite hole. Oh, maybe it's through here. Yeah, we picked up the reassurance bucket. And button that says the player's name.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game.
Ooh.
Isn't that wonderful?
You never asked me for my name.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But
Oh.
of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
Okay.
Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay,
My
here we
name
go.
is not
Let's
Jim.
take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
I have an
If
uncle
so,
named
then
Jim.
Please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
It's hard to...
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Jim.
Whoa there, cowboys. One person can be too much.
Whoa
Jim.
there, cowboy.
I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Ah. I liked it. It worked the way down. He's putting it away. Whoa there, cowboy. Calm down. Hold your horses.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable too. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
I mean, that's...
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Mostly infinite hole. Oh, he changed it. Settings world champion, free achievement. We got the collectible. What else haven't we done? Merch. Settings world champion does nothing. There's a closed door. Reassurance bucket. We have our bucket. Office decorations. Epilogue collectibles. 3. What's 3? 3 is over. Through the gate and to our left. Oh, this was the balloons, right? So we did do that. I pushed the button again. No. It's too late. The button that says Jim. That's Jim. Okay, epilogue. I think we've seen everything. I guess we go to the exit. One more time, we'll look at the thing. I don't know what the settings world champion is supposed to be. It's through there and to the left. Then what was the... Okay, office decorations inside. Settings world champion supposed to be right there. Oh well, we'll head to the exit.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
I think so. I think that was everything. could have missed something.
So, Stanley, what do you
Alright,
think?
what do we got?
Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I
mean,
know it's not
loving
exactly
this bucket.
clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is.
Lay it
I
on
give
me.
you the Stanley Parable 2.
Ooh.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding,
I
Stanley?
think you messed up a little bit
This
on that
isn't
one.
a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it.
All right.
Carefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
There we go. The Stanley Parable 2. Okay, I think I'm going to call this a video, and we'll pick this up maybe tomorrow. Well, thank everyone for watching. This has been a lot of fun. I really like this one. This was very enjoyable. I really have no complaints. This is really fun. So I will see you in the next one. Leave a like, hit subscribe for more, and have yourselves a great day.